Okay, so first let me write this a little bigger. I think we're going to have some manipulation to do here if we want to find the antiderivative of this. We have 1, no I'm sorry, that's a t. T plus 1 divided by the square root of t dt. Alright, so let's rewrite the integrand. That's the function that's on the inside. So t plus 1 divided by square root of t is the integrand. I'm going to take that and let's see. If we have t divided by the square root of t, and then we have 1 divided by the square root of t. Okay, so that's going to equal, see, that's going to be t to the 1 power divided by t to the 1/2. And this one is going to be 1 divided by t to the 1/2. Okay, now I can rewrite these. I'm just using algebra right now. I can rewrite this as t to the 1/2. So I have t to the 1/2 power. And the next one's going to be t to the negative 1/2 power. And all you're doing is you're subtracting the exponent. So it's 1 minus 1/2. And this is not a t, so it would be t to the 0 power minus 1/2. So that's why we have t to the negative 1. So now I have two parts to my integrand. We have from 1 to 27. We have t to the 1/2. And I'm going to go ahead and split it up right now. You don't have to split it up like this. I'm just doing it for explanation purposes. Oops, that should be a 1, and then to the 27, and we have t to the negative 1/2. All right, so actually, I don't know. So what's the antiderivative of this one? We add 1 to 1/2, which would be adding 1 would be 2 over 2, right? So it's 3.5. So we have t to the 3.5, but then we have to divide it by 3.5 or multiply by the reciprocal. What's the reciprocal of 3.5? That's 2 over 3, so the top would be 2, the bottom would be 3, so we get 2 over 3. If you got lost with that, let me know and I'll break it down some more. This one right here, we add 1 to that one. That's going to be t to the 1/2 power, to the positive 1/2 power. And then the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2, so if I multiply by 2, then we got that. And we're going to take the integral from 1 to 27. Okay, is everybody good with these two right here? If you're not, I can break, like this one right there. If you didn't follow, actually I'll just do it. Let me write that on the side. So it's t to 3 over 2 because we added 1 to the 1/2, and then we divided it by 3 over 2. Right? You add 1 and then you divide it by that number. Well, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying whatever you have by the reciprocal of 3 over 2, which is 2 over 3. So this would be over 1. So it's t times 2, and t times 2 is going to give you the 2t and the 3 over 2, and 1 times 3 gives you the 3. Okay, so now, how do we carry out this part of this? So we're going to plug in the top number first, then we're going to subtract the bottom one. So we get 227 raised to 3 over 2 divided by 3 plus 227 raised to the 1/2. And then the other part, I'm going to use brackets here because it says minus. I'm supposed to subtract whatever I get when I plug in 1. So I get 2, and I'm plugging in 1, 3 divided by 2 over 3 plus 2, 1 to the 1/2 power. Okay, and so now our job is just to simplify all this stuff, do some algebra or calculations. Actually, it's not really algebra. All right. So what is 27 raised to the 3 over 2? You guys know how to find that? That's the same as saying 27 raised to the 3rd, and you're taking the square root of that. I suppose I would look at it like this. Since this isn't a perfect square, because you could look at it like that, or you can do 27 and you take the square root of it first with the index number 2. You don't normally write the index number 2 and then you cube it, but 27 isn't a perfect square, so I'm not going to look at it like this. Instead, I'm going to look at it like this. I'm going to say, oh, it's 27 times 27 times 27. and I'm trying to take the square root of that. Well, this is a perfect square if I just go 27 times 27, so I'm going to take 127 out and leave 127 in there. So that simplifies to 27 radical. This simplifies to 27 radical 27, what I got down there. And 2 times 27 is 54. So I get 54 radical 27 divided by 3 plus 2 times square root of 27. Alright, this simplifies too, I think. You can divide 54 by 3. And then I'm going to distribute this negative. So it's going to be negative 2 over 3. 1 to the third power, then square root of that's still going to be 1, so we're just left with a 2. This one right here is going to be minus, and then square root of 1 is just 1, so we have 2 right there. So now we just have to simplify this sum. What is 54 divided by 3? That becomes a 1. What does 54 become? Did I do something wrong? Oh, are you saying plus 2 right here? No, because of the negative. We have to distribute the negative. So that's a good question. Alright, so this is going to be, is it 18? Did I make a mistake?
You can simplify radical 25.
So radical 20. Oh, I could simplify that some more. You're right. Because you can take the 9 out.
Yeah.
You're right.
27 to the 3 is 81.
Yes. Okay. Let me do that at the end. Since I didn't do it at the beginning of the simplifying, I'll do it at the end, and we'll still get the same answer. All right. So I have 18 rad 27 plus 2 rad 27, which is 20 rad. I wrote 25 when I said 27, which is 20 rad 27. And you're right. We can simplify rad 27 because we could take a 9 out. Radical 9 times radical 3 is radical 27. So I can square root that, which is 3. So it's 3 rad 3 equals radical 27. I don't know why I didn't see that right away. So that means this would be 20 times 3 radical 27, or radical 3. And 3 times 20 is, what, 60, radical 3. And then this simplifies right there. That would be negative 2 and 2/3. If you don't see why, make them have common denominators and simplify. Alright, that's your answer for that one. That's the exact answer. Can you find the approximate answer by plugging it into your calculator? Absolutely. But radical 3 is not a clean number, so you're going to have to round your decimal.